Did you know that 40% of women experience visible hair loss before the age of 40, according to the American Academy of Dermatology? On this episode, we will discuss the powerful connection between mineral levels and hair health, what hormones actually cause hair loss, and topicals that you can use to have a healthy scalp and healthy hair growth. The first micronutrient and mineral that I want to talk about is magnesium. It's received a lot of buzz in the media recently, and rightfully so. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 chemical reactions in our body. That's a lot. It's literally needed to produce energy. And for this reason, because hair requires a lot of energy to be produced, you need a lot of magnesium to have healthy hair growth. Magnesium is required in adequate amounts to convert vitamin D to its active form of vitamin A. And then that entire chemical reaction produces healthy energy and healthy hair growth. Sources of magnesium include magnesium malate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium threonate, magnesium lotion and oils, which are my favorite forms. You can also get a lot of magnesium through doing Epsom salt baths at night, as well as eating leafy green vegetables and cacao. Now let's talk about vitamin A. Vitamin A is needed to activate vitamin D and thyroid receptors, both of which are required for healthy hair growth. Sources of vitamin A include beef liver, dairy, and eggs. B vitamins help create red blood cells in our body and help carry oxygen and nutrients to the scalp. This allows for blood flow to the hair follicles, which then allows for healthy hair growth. Sources of B vitamins include animal proteins, eggs, and seafood. For vegetarians, healthy sources of B vitamins include mushrooms, leafy green vegetables, beans, and lentils. Vitamin C, just like vitamin E, helps our body fight stress. Vitamin C is also needed for production of collagen, and that allows us to have healthy hair and a healthy scalp. Sources of vitamin C food choices include citrus fruits as well as whole food vitamin C supplements. Let's talk about vitamin E, a fat-soluble vitamin that we don't talk about nearly enough in the healthcare world. Vitamin E naturally helps us fight stress as well as inhibiting androgens, which are male hormones. And we know that the more stressed we are, the more nutrient depleted we'll be, and that we'll start to lose more and more hair. Also, male hormones are known notoriously for causing hair loss, and so vitamin E is very important because it helps combat both of these problems. Sources of vitamin E include egg yolks, nuts. Hazelnuts are a really good source of vitamin E, as well as leafy green vegetables. But taking a high-quality supplement is always really good because the food sources, no matter how good they are, or even if you're eating organic, are still depleted of the amount of nutrients that you need. But obviously, check with your healthcare provider first before taking any sort of supplement. Iodine is needed to produce thyroid hormone. Correcting an underlying iodine deficiency will not only help you produce more thyroid hormone, but it'll also help your metabolism and overall energy production. Sources of iodine include seafood as well as milk products. Sodium, just like vitamin C and E, help our body fight stress. Sodium is also used to transport iodine in the body, thus leading to increased energy production and allowing us to produce a healthy hair growth. Let's talk about copper. We need copper to properly use iron in the body, meaning that in order to have the right amount of iron circulating in the body, we need adequate amounts of copper. Copper is also used to produce energy. We know that we require a lot of energy for healthy hair growth. Sources of copper include shrimp, oysters, beef liver, as well as cacao, whole food vitamin C, and liquid chlorophyll. Those are really great sources for copper in the body. Now you know why micronutrients are so vital for your hair health. Let's switch gears here and talk about hormones and which hormones actually are important when it comes to hair loss. Hair loss is often attributed to DHT, which is a male hormone that causes hair loss and doesn't allow for hair regrowth. This may be true for some, but it's not the case for everyone. In fact, there was a review done by the Cleveland Clinic which showed that when you block DHT, hair regrowth or hair growth actually doesn't happen that often. It does prevent hair loss in some though. But the hormones that are often overlooked, in my opinion, are the inadequate levels of thyroid hormone, excess estrogen, and low levels of progesterone, which is particularly really important for women. Let's talk about thyroid. Our thyroid, as we know, helps us with our metabolism. So when we have low levels of thyroid hormone, then our metabolism slows down. If we have a slow metabolism, then we're going to have slow hair growth. And we may even have, because we don't have enough energy production, hair loss. A dysfunctional thyroid has also been associated with higher levels of male androgens, i.e. hormones, meaning elevated levels of DHT. And for some, that can cause hair loss. Let's talk about estrogen. A lot of women struggle with excess estrogen production. If you have a lot of estrogen in your system, then you're going to produce less thyroid. And we all know if we have less thyroid hormones available in our body, then our metabolism will slow down. If we have a slower metabolism, then we will have less energy production. And we know that hair requires a lot of energy to be produced. And so less energy means less hair growth. Progesterone is a hormone that is extremely important, especially for women. Not only does it support thyroid and metabolism, it helps protect us from stress as well. In the terms of hair health, what it does is it inhibits the enzyme that converts testosterone into DHT. And we all know that the elevated levels of DHT, well, in some people cause hair loss. We can't forget about good old cortisol, our natural stress hormone. Cortisol tends to increase in conjunction with estrogen. And when estrogen increases, we know that it slows down thyroid and our metabolism and our energy levels, leading to less hair growth. Exosomes are derived from stem cells. They are extremely small and about like 30 to 150 nanometers in size, and they can move in great distances because they're so small. They're rich in growth factors that allows them to help with cell regeneration and repair. And because they're little messengers, they communicate with all the cells around them. So when it comes to hair growth, what exosomes do is they allow, first and foremost, they have anti-inflammatory properties. So they basically tell the hair follicles in the scalp if there's a lot of inflammation to basically decrease that. And so once that happens, they also help with blood proliferation in the area. And when blood flow comes to the hair follicles, nutrients are also delivered so that the hair follicle then goes from being dormant to allowing it to grow the hair in the area. And so this is a field of medicine that I am particularly very passionate about because I've been utilizing exosomes for my patients for quite some time now. And I've been seeing some great results over time from people that have basically been losing and shedding a lot of hair. And I've seen some patients that have been bald to going to having 30 to 40% more hair growth within an amount of 6 to 9 months, which is quite amazing. But exosomes being utilized alone is not going to help. You have to actually really look at the foundations of health, right? So I always encourage my patients to have a holistic approach when it comes to hair. So that includes setting the foundations right, which is the micronutrients, and then seeing what hormones are also being affected. And the underlying root cause of all of this really is the micronutrients. So when you can start to really focus and hone in on the micronutrient levels through supplementation and the right amount of food to produce energy to eventually have that hair growth, if that's producing some results, then on top of that, you can utilize exosomes and regenerative properties to really see some great results when it comes to hair growth. And so, like I said, this is a field of medicine that is up and coming, and people are seeing some great results with it. If you found this episode to be helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and visit drshivaniamin.com for more resources and to book a consultation. Until next time, thank you. Bye.